Hey travelers, today on the channel we're going to go ahead and do a build in Sims 4. We are in Glimmerbrook, we are with the Charm family, and we are building an Alice in Wonderland inspired house. The grounds will be inspired by Alice in Wonderland as well, but of course, as you know, I usually do all my landscaping off camera. This build will be up on the gallery. But yeah, for right now, I've done some weird things with the roofing, and I'm actually really proud of them and quite happy about them as well. So I've done the outside of the build, not the landscaping, but I've done all the windows and doors. I've done the shell. I put in a layout for all the floors, and I've done some funky stuff to the roofing, and I'm really proud of it. So let's go ahead and jump into the game, and we will furnish it with Alice in Wonderland Inspired. Okay, so here we are with the house, and this is the house I've built, and I went with the light blue home outside wallpaper. It's from Cats and Dogs. I'm not doing limited packs this time. I went with very colorful flower filled windows and pinks and greens and things like that. And I went with these stairs because from a distance they kind of remind me of the Queen of Hearts pattern rather than like, see, they kind of look like roses or hearts rather than whatever they actually are, and so I thought that was good. And then the layout I've gone for is there's a basement where we'll have a laundry room and potion making stuff because this is the Charm family. So we do have to keep in mind that they are, you know, are witches and things, or at least two of them are. And so here is the layout I've gone for, and we are going to go for, like I said, an Alice in Wonderland sort of aesthetic, inspired by Alice in Wonderland, and it's really important to me to just as many elements as I can. I've looked it up on Pinterest, and as far as I can tell, it's a lot of like black and white checkered floors, red and white, pinks, purples, a lot of vibrant colors, a lot of like tea and hats and all of that stuff. And I think that makes sense, and it's the aesthetic I thought we'd be using, so I'm pretty happy about that. So my first choice is going to be the flooring in this foyer area, and I'm going to go with this checkered pattern in both foyer areas, okay? And then upstairs we've got 2 bedrooms and 2 ensuite bathrooms, and we've got this bedroom and this bathroom, and then we've got these 2 random rooms. We'll see what we're going to do with them. And upstairs we also have a bedroom and a bathroom because there's 4 of them, and we have some other spaces. This space is just because of the roofing, this space right here. It's not one we're actually going to put anything in, but I probably will put down floors and walls just so it doesn't look weird. And also because if you download this house, you can turn this room into whatever you want if you want to. So yeah, and then we go upstairs just once for half walls for the chimneys. But I did these really interesting details on the roofing because I just kind of felt like it seemed Wonderland-like. And I used a lot of Realm of Magic windows and Get Together, I think, as well. And some cottage living ones with the elements of animals. Butterflies and bees and foxes. And then on the top of the roof, I have put those 2 bunny things randomly because, you know, the whole bunny thing. Alright, so one of the things I want to go ahead and make sure that we have... Yeah, I want the other flooring I was just using in this space too. There we go. And that to me is definitely like Alice in Wonderland flooring, and I'm happy to use it. Okay, so in this space, these spaces over here, this is going to be like a den. This is going to be like a sunroom, kind of. It just has a lot of windows, and I think that'll be nice. And this is going to be the kitchen. This is going to be, I think, the dining room. This is probably going to be a library, and this might be a tea room. We'll see. Okay, so then I've got different windows and weirdness going on, and this is a bathroom. So the first thing we want is we do want to get our flooring down, and I'm going to, I think, use these floors maybe in the sunroom. We'll see how that works. This comes in really cool colors, so let's go ahead and do this tile in certain rooms. Tea, kitchen, you know, we'll see if that works. And then I want to go ahead and do a hardwood floor, maybe one that has a lot of color. There's some dark blue and some like mint green, and it is the dining room. And then we do also want a floor for this little library. At least I think that's what it's going to be. I can't be 100% certain about that. And then we need a floor for the bathroom. I feel like this one works. We do need like as funky of flooring as we can get, basically. The Tomarani tiles are very interesting. Oh, so floral, oh, so fancy. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, those could work. Alright, let's go ahead and use a different swatch of this one, actually. It is odd to me, I think, that it's like so different. Maybe this could be the tea room. Ooh, this one's like totally reminds me of the Queen of Hearts. Okay. Let's see, Queen of Hearts dining room maybe, and then let's go back to full on this one. I think that's good. And then this is like a herringbone tile, and it's beautiful. But again, I want to keep some of the flooring the same. So in the living room, we'll just put this hardwood down, and I think we'll change the sunroom out for this hardwood. Go ahead and do another tile for the bathrooms upstairs. Ooh, that's the Queen of Hearts one. I mean, it reminds me of it. Let's do that up here. And then I think we can just do different swatches of these other tiles, and it will look very much like that one's cool. That one's really neat. Okay, let's go ahead and see if we can get like just very different swatches. Do all green in that one maybe. And then like I said, I'm going to go ahead and do the same hardwood floor throughout in the different rooms, because I think that makes sense. Like you wouldn't have every single floor be different. But I think we are going to keep this one different. I think this one's going to totally be like our Queen of Hearts room. I think that makes the most sense. And I think it would make sense if we changed the pattern in this room. We'll see about the walls with that one too, which will be cool. Okay, and then I do have, as it turns out, there were swatches that don't have the corners. Like this one, but I like that one. It even looks like playing cards, which is cool. Okay. So let's go ahead and get some wallpapers. I think we could go for a more neutral one at first, like this white, at least for all the parlor spaces. Not the parlor spaces, but the staircase spaces, I mean. Because I think that makes sense to have one be the same. Alright, I just think personally that it makes sense to have one of them be like consistent and the same. And down here I did go ahead and use the Realm of Magic floor because this is the basement. And I don't need as much consistency in the basement. This is the basement. We're going to have a half bath down here and a laundry room and areas for cauldrons. And maybe even some growing plants. Not trees, obviously, because you can't grow them inside. Okay, travelers, we are back, and it has taken me 5 full days to build this house. This house will be up on the gallery. It's not up on the gallery right now, but it will be up on the gallery, okay? I'm going to put it up, sorry about that. I'm going to put it up on the gallery as soon as this video goes up, rather than putting it up before the video goes up, because this is the build I am proudest of that I have literally ever done. So it's huge. It took me 5 days to build. It is an Alice in Wonderland inspired home. It is the Charm family, and I bulldozed their house and built a whole new house. And we are going to tour it now. The first thing I want to do is take you through the gardens. Here's the garden gate. Oh, very important. You need to put bb.move objects on. You need to turn that cheat on, the move objects cheat. You need to turn it on in your game, on your lot, whatever, before you place this build. And keep in mind that even if you do that, some objects might decide to pop into the household inventory when you play this house. That's happened to me like 8 times, and it happened in a case that meant that some of the very hard work I did with using move objects and things like that just vanished, just disappeared. So I had to learn to live without them. Okay? Anyway, so in the spring and summer, before there's snow and before temperatures go down super low in Sims 4, we will have these lovely garden shrubs and flowers. And I went ahead and put in some backup plants too for when it's winter, just some extra mushrooms and things to fill in for when the plants and shrubs and flowers aren't there. So you walk through the garden, and the garden looks like this. And there is a chess table over here. I'm wondering if I should move this tree back a little bit. Holding Alt, I'm going to just shift this tree back just a little bit, just so that the pathway is more clear right here. I want Sims to actually be able to go through that. I haven't play tested this house, just so that you know. I haven't play tested it at all. If there's anything on it that doesn't work, please tell me. Please let me know, and I'll go in and fix it and then re-upload it. Anyway, so there's a chess table here. There's a picnic blanket back here with a hat that's hidden. And this is my Alice in Wonderland Inspired build. So we have all of these. There's a row of flowers that haven't been painted red. And there's just all this stuff back here to make it seem more Alice in Wonderland-y. This is in build mode, not in live or live mode. And we've got a white rabbit and a brown one, and this little seating area, which kind of reminds me of where Alice falls through the rabbit hole. And yeah, so that's the outside of the build. We have some clocks on the outside, and these really great windows, and some cottage living windows. This is not pack limited. This uses every single pack that I own. And I put this mailbox out front. I liked this one for this house best. And again, there's some clocks on the outside of the house as well as some slightly weird, as well as some slightly weird details in the roofing structure as well, and some extra things going on as well. Okay. So then, let's start at the basement. This is the basement. This is where the majority of Realm of Magic stuff went, since all the Charm family are spellcasters. So you come down and you have this interesting door, because it just kind of reminded me of one of the doors in Alice in Wonderland. And a small seating area and a coat rack kind of deal. And there's supposed to be a table here. And that table is supposed to hold other clutter, so let's go ahead and find a table to put there. Let's go with this one. And let's put something on it, decoration-wise. Let's put this weird streetcar, and maybe even a couple of books. There we go. Fine. Anyway, and you go in and there's this Realm of Magic bar, and there's some Realm of Magic clutter and a little sofa. And then here's where the laundry room is. I just felt like this house is so big they'd have laundry. And there's a bathroom. And then you go into 2 cauldron-y rooms. So here's a cauldron with potions on the tables and places to like work if they actually worked anywhere. And then here is another cauldron space. Then you go upstairs and we have the things I'm super proud of. We have this foyer with some plants and things, and over here this is the tea room, and its door is missing. It has a door. It had a door. And the door is missing. Okay, so then we've got this door into the tea room. And I'm going to go ahead and slide it over slightly. Yeah. And again, I haven't play tested any of this. So here is all the tea sets in the game, or at least most of them. And a seating area. And just a bunch of tea. And then it goes into the kitchen over here. Don't want to click on things accidentally. And here's the kitchen, which also has a bunch of, has tea and appliances from Home Chef Hustle and little areas with stuff. And then I built this little like bench with all these pillows on it in this window frame. So when the walls are down, all of that looks like it's outside the house, but trust me, it's not. It's in this window, this box window. And there's a similar setup on one of them upstairs. All right, and then here is the dining room, which I felt like was very Mad Hatter tea party. Diner, and then the walls, and then there's a library right next to it. Okay. And then let's see what else. Across the hallway, there is a living room with a TV and a desk for writing or whatnot. And there's this bathroom in here as well, right here, this one. And there's also a room to paint in. One of the Charm family paints, so I'm put in a room to paint in. You can also sit and read in here. And yeah, so then you go upstairs and you get bedrooms. You get this little foyer area like this. There is some custom art in this build, these paintings, but it's from art downloaded from the gallery, so it's not CC. And this art is from AIJ2000. Yeah, so anyway, you go in here, and here is the music room, which is modeled after the rabbit. I'm late for a very important date. It has all the bunny stuff in it that I could find in the game. And all the clocks. And then you have a bathroom right here, which is like Mad Hatter's bathroom, which I think is very cool and psychedelic. And I don't have any clutter on this, but you can feel free to put some. And then this is the daughter's bedroom, and she's like the Mad Hatter for this one. So yeah, so this is her bedroom, and I'm really pretty proud of it. I think it turned out beautiful. I hope you like it. And then you go this way, and this is a guest room. Just random other stuff that I thought was very Alice in Wonderland. And a guest bath, which is important. And then this is the mother's room. She's like the white queen, so I put very feminine, very white, very pretty like things in here for her. And she has her own bathroom with the really cool tub. Okay, and then she also has, she also has a study in here, like a magic study, a study for magic stuff. Yeah. And then, yeah, then you go upstairs one more time. And this area is completely blank and empty. That's why the walls are just beige. And there's no door into that space because it was just to create space for the house to look symmetrical, or at least somewhat. But if you wanted, you could put a door here and build extra rooms on there pretty easily. So this is the son's part of the house: bedroom, living room, kitchen, dining, bedroom for a child or a baby, infant or a baby or a child, toddler. And it's where he lives with his fiance. He's engaged to a woman, and I styled her and their little suite of rooms like the Queen of Hearts. So here's their living room and the walls in their living room. And I created like my own wallpaper with these weird symbols because it kind of reminded me of symbols on a playing card. And then I did this bit, and then they have a bathroom too, and it looks like that. And then this is their bedroom. And again, I styled them like the Queen of Hearts, their suite. So yeah. There's their bedroom. There's some art on the walls and some lopsided lamps. And their kitchen and dining area. And then they have a spare bedroom in case they have a child while they're here. So yeah, that's the build. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Please download this house on the gallery and leave me a comment there if you like it. It will be up on the gallery later. It's not right now, but it will be later. So yeah, there's my Alice in Wonderland inspired home build for the Charm family. I hope you enjoyed it. It took me 5 days to build it. It's got a lot of little surprises. Again, move objects needs to be on before you place this house. And don't be surprised if stuff ends up in your household inventory anyway, because it has happened for me multiple times. It's very obnoxious. So anyway, yeah. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day wherever you're at in yours, travelers. Bye.